political focus ahead of the elections now out on jail. The Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh in a press conference has hit out at the BJP over electoral bonds alleging BJP's poll corruption. He has come out and listed out companies and made charges against the BJP for quote-unquote misusing the poll bonds. He says there are 6 companies who have donated more than their profits to the BJP. He's questioned how there are 33 companies that have incurred losses yet donated over 450 crore rupees to the BJP. He's also come out and said that several of these companies got tax exemptions. He said that there are 3 companies which donated more than 28 crore rupees to the BJP in totality, but these companies didn't pay any tax, alleging widespread irregularities and corruption. It's a serious charge that's been levelled by Sanjay Singh against the BJP. We'll get a reaction from the BJP as well, but first let's listen into what Sanjay Singh said.
33 कंपनियां ऐसी हैं जिनको 7 साल में 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए का घाटा हुआ और इन कंपनियों ने बीजेपी को 450 करोड़ रुपए का चंदा दिया है। दूसरी कैटेगरी है 17 कंपनियां ऐसी हैं इसमें, इन 33 कंपनियों में, जिन्होंने या तो जीरो टैक्स दिया है या उनको टैक्स में रिबेट मिला है, माइनस टैक्स है उनका। 6 कंपनी ऐसी हैं, 6 कंपनी ऐसी हैं जिन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 600 करोड़ रुपए चंदा दिया है और 3 कंपनी ऐसी हैं जिन्होंने 28 करोड़ रुपए का चंदा दिया है और जीरो टैक्स पे किया है, जीरो टैक्स।
And well, joining us for quick political reactions, we have Vineet Goenka, political analyst who's a supporter of the BJP, and Saeed Asad Abbas, political analyst who's a supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you both very much for joining us. Vineet Goenka, to you first. Of course, you've heard what Sanjay Singh had to say. How do you respond?
Vrishika ji, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to Saeed Bhai, and all the viewers who are watching us right now. Those who had shown tons of paper in public and claimed that they had proofs against Sheila Dikshit, Chidambaram, Lalu, Sharad Pawar, actually turned out to be the mercenaries who did hit job and then joined their own gang called as India Alliances. Those who, promised to have clean government in Delhi were involved in drafting a liquor policy, that too in the period when people were suffering with COVID. These are the people who are on bail. Those are the people who are involved in criminal conspiracy along with the liquor cartel and the southern cartel. Those people who get into this kind of criminal conspiracy, when they get bail,
right,
after being denied for several times, today they try to claim that they know more things. So this is one of the same old tricks of Aam Aadmi Party.
Vineet Goenka, the liquor policy case aside, there is an investigation that is underway. We're of course, debating the merits and demerits of that. There are several questions that are asked of the Aam Aadmi Party time and time again here on NDTV. But right now, the question very specifically is, the corruption charge that has been levelled by Sanjay Singh. These are very serious claims that have been made on how loss-incurring companies, for instance, have donated large sums of money to the BJP, how companies that have made losses have donated crores of rupees to the BJP. These are companies that have got kickbacks, that have got tax exemptions. These are serious allegations. How do you respond to the allegations that are being made? Let's look at the story for what it is right now.
Rishika ji, let me correct you. If the question is asked from the person who is concerned, a citizen of the country, yes, we are duty bound to answer it and we will do that. But when it is been asked by criminals who have been denied several times bail, and today he is out on the bail.
No, but the question here is not who's asking the question. The question is,
if they were true, then what is the proof of Sheila Dikshit?
No, one second. This is all data that is now available in the public domain. This is all data that is available in the public domain. The Aam Aadmi Party is not claiming that they have some exclusive information available. They have analysed data that is available in the public domain, as have several news agencies as well. So the question is very simple. Did or did the BJP... the question, Vineet Goenka, is very simple. No, did the BJP engage in corruption or not? That's a simple question.
Why would BJP get into corruption? Just because, some criminal...
That's the allegation. That's the question I'm asking you to answer.
Accused will tell us. No, we don't have to answer those accused who are there on bail. And that to a serious crime like liquor. See, had this been asked by somebody who is honest, somebody is transparent, I would have been interested. But answering Sanjay Singh kind of people who are involved
Well,
into Tikkuri
many watching would feel that you're running away from answering the question, but I'd leave that to the better discretion of our viewers. Saeed Asad Abbas, let me get Mr. Abbas to respond to what you said. Vineet Goenka says we don't need to answer questions to Aam Aadmi Party. They're a corrupt party. Sanjay Singh is out on bail. We don't need to answer your questions. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely wrong for the gentleman from BJP to say these are criminals. Respected sir, I challenge you on NDTV. Do you have a conviction order from the High Court or the Supreme Court? There's a difference between criminal and alleged criminal. Kindly note. Also, as a matter of fact, let me bring to your notice. Let us speak on the subject today, sir. The subject here is what Sanjay Singh has spoken about the electoral bonds. He has mentioned, let me quote from the NDTV website, 33 companies which have incurred losses of 1 lakh crore in 7 years have donated 450 crore to BJP. You have no answer to that. Also, zero tax to those companies who have given 93 times the profits, 28 crore paid. How, sir? How do you define this? Also, Mr. Sanjay Singh has mentioned something very important, that if the Enforcement Directorate has the proof, why don't they present to the High Court or the Supreme Court? If they have the money trail established, if they have corroborative evidence, all this is turning out to be a farce. We need to understand that today the people have lost their faith in the Enforcement Directorate. We also need to understand, sir, that today even the Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Saxena, has been questioned. Why don't you probe further into this?
Okay.
Tariq pe Tariq is not going to help you.
Okay. Well, like I said, this is not about poll bonds versus liquor policy case. This was very simply about the kind of allegations that have been leveled by the Aam Aadmi Party. There are serious allegations that have been leveled on the basis of poll data that has now been made public. Vineet Goenka, I'll give you one last opportunity. Do you want to respond to the questions that have been asked by the Aam Aadmi Party without questioning the person who's asking you the question?
Rishika ji, you are a seasoned journalist and you should understand those mercenaries who do hit job and those who have not proved their allegations on Sheila Dikshit and Chidambaram for the last 10 years, should that be taken seriously?
Okay.
And second, I feel so
you're
ironic.
dismissing the questions that the Aam Aadmi Party is asked.
Who were defending
Sadly,
them
we have
for the last 10 years
answers.
against them.
Sadly,
Today they
we
have
have
gone
no
and sit in the
answers
channels of these
or
people
an informed
who are criminals
rebuttal
of,
to what Sanjay
conspiring
Singh has said.
against the
Sanjay Singh has
very
made serious
citizens in the period of
allegations.
COVID.
One hopes
So
that
you
the
have to take them
BJP
seriously.
will take those allegations into consideration and issue a rejoinder, because what has been said is very serious in terms of corruption and quid pro quo and how loss-making companies have donated crores of rupees to the BJP. We'll hope for a reaction from the party on the charges that have been made. Meanwhile, thank you both very much for joining us with your views. All right, so this, of course, is the big story that we've been tracking for you. Also, to get you an update now, we have Vasudha, who is in fact joining us on the very latest as far as the story is concerned. So, Vasudha, it's interesting because the Aam Aadmi Party has made some very serious allegations against the BJP, alleging corruption as far as the electoral bonds are concerned, questioning how several companies that donated money to the BJP were given tax exemption, how loss-making companies have donated crores of rupees to the party through electoral bonds. How is the BJP planning to respond to this? Because what Sanjay Singh has said is very serious.
Absolutely, Rishika. Now we know that the Supreme Court has not only said that that the electoral bond scheme is unconstitutional. It has also asked SBI to disclose the names of all donors. Now, if you look at the BJP's response, it is not taking this lying down. Of course, none of them have defended the scheme completely. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also reacted to this, and also Home Minister Amit Shah reacted to this. If you look at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's response to this, he was speaking in an interview to Tandi TV in which he said that no scheme is perfect. There are always these imperfections which have to be worked out. And he also said that there is a money trail today and the names of the donors have come out because of the electoral bond scheme, and that, these kind of imperfections have to be worked out. And both Amit Shah and Modi have talked about what used to happen in the past. In the sense, there was a lot of cash flow and how there was a lot of corruption involved in that. There was a lot of corrections that were needed in the political funding system. And the Home Minister responded to this, saying that of the 20,000 crore that went into electoral bonds, if 8,000 crore went to the BJP, 6,000 crore went to the BJP, the rest went to the other parties.
Yes.
And he has questioned how TMC and Congress have also gotten this money, and how these people are going to repent later for sort of throwing muck at the BJP.
Yes,
for a scheme that they themselves benefited from.
Yes, but Vasudha, it's going to be very interesting to see how the BJP plans to respond to these specific charges, because the allegations that have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party are not pertaining specifically to electoral bonds, but tying in very specifically kickbacks that have been received by companies that have donated large sums of money to the BJP in terms of tax exemptions, also questioning how on paper loss-making firms have donated money to the tune of crores of rupees to the BJP. So there are very specific allegations that have been made in that press conference. What's going to be the strategy of the BJP to deal with the Aam Aadmi Party? Because we had a political analyst who's a BJP supporter right now, just sort of the strategy seemed to be offense is the best form of defense, attacking the Aam Aadmi Party over the liquor policy case. Are we expected to see the BJP issue any kind of a rejoinder to what's been said or respond to the allegations?
Rishika, this is election season, and while we know that many of these companies were also found to be in the regulatory space, and every time there used to be an auction that was to take place, we've also seen that there were bonds that were sort of donated to the BJP and to other parties as well. If you look at Santiago Martin, his gaming company has donated to the TMC and also DMK. So the BJP finds its defense in that line of thought. At the same time, if you look at the aggressiveness with which they're looking at this, they're looking at sidestepping this entire issue, because in Delhi they've started this whole campaign called Sharab Se Sheesh Mahal. So they are looking at highlighting and spotlighting the corruption that have come to light of opposition parties vis-a-vis this electoral bonds alleged scam, which hasn't seen that kind of action, and they feel that kind of a scam or alleged scam will not have any resonance among people. So their whole approach is to have people-centric campaigns and to completely rely on the credibility and popularity of the Prime Minister.
All right. So will there actually be a rejoinder? Well, one definitely doesn't know the answer to that. But like I said, serious questions that have been asked by the Aam Aadmi Party to the BJP. Will they respond or not in poll season is the big question.